Hello, and welcome to my morning tomato.
The worst kind of morning. How was your weekend? How have you been? We haven't seen you for ages.
It was alright. I've been basically on this couch for the whole weekend, playing this twisted game where I've got this ridiculous joint pain. Yeah, when my joints get cold, it just hurts so much, and it's like really difficult to explain unless I've never had it before, and it's to do with the medication, but it's totally debilitating. But every once in a while I need to liberate myself in the toilet, and obviously in the toilet you have to open the window, so it's like, how long can you hold it in before you need to go to the toilet to open the window to get the joint pain? And I can just, like, in my head feel like that guy from Saw is like, hello, cancer boy, I want to play a game.
You want to play a little game?
Feeling a little bit better today, going to the hospital, having bloods done, then they're going to check how much leukemia is in my system. They're going to do a bone marrow. Yeah, that's it. Then there's a couple exciting projects happening in the office. Let's spin to the Uber, to the Q&A, see if I can answer a couple questions.
Oh yes.
Follow me and we can climb to the tops of the trees. Come and get high with me.
I was fired by my old job, so it was like, what am I going to do next? And it just sort of happened. It was James's project. I worked for him for a while, and then it went well, and we kind of decided to take it further, so it just kind of evolved naturally, because I enjoyed what I was doing and I was prepared to take that risk. I had the realization that I think I wasn't suitable to work for other people, more suited to do my own thing with the right people, and that's kind of what the constellation was, so we made it happen. So James and I met about just over 10 years ago. I had a little agency at the time doing kind of corporate entertainment, and James was a football freestyler. I was really passionate about parkour and flipping off walls and stuff, so we became friends, and he did a couple of shows for that agency, and then we kept in touch. And Majid I've known since 2012, and it was just fluke. I walked into a flat and he had a room in that flat in central London, and then we hit it off and became friends.
Who came up with starting a, in quote, influencer marketing business agency?
James, full credit to James.
Who came up with the name? Well, James answered that one for us in the last vlog.
Yes and no. So marketing, I've got experience in because I worked for a number of different marketing agencies. James, obviously, through just being involved in the performance and content creator space. And Majid has got absolutely no marketing experience whatsoever, but he's a management consultant, and he knows how to run a business, and he's got a very complementary skill set to the ones that James and I don't have.
How do you go about soliciting clients, or do they come to you?
It depends. So we got a pretty good SEO standing, which again is thanks to James's skills. There's a lot we're doing in terms of active business development now to market ourselves and to reach out to potential new clients that we want to work with, so it's always a combination.
Let's pick this up in the hospital.
Sounds good.
More questions. So what are the roles of Nick, Darren and Paul?
Okay, so Darren is our business development director, brought in to do a lot of outreach, engage with brands, and essentially win new clients. So he's not just kind of picking up the full cold calling, but distributing, you know, our content, our POV, doing a bit of what I was supposed to do, and then getting involved in pitches. So exciting role, but also quite stressful. Paul is our non-exec director with years of experience in the industry, and he's going to help us get in front of decision makers. So he's not in full time. He comes in about once a week. He looks at what we're doing. He gives us his support and advice, his take on things, his 2 cents. And we're in the process of kind of optimizing the way that we position ourselves. And when we have that figured out, he's going to help us get meetings with people that can make decisions and engage us in projects. Nick is an account director, so he's responsible for managing the team in the office, and he's been with us about a month, so currently going kind of through the process of immersing himself and managing the some of the bigger accounts that I used to manage. So also very busy role, you know, hands-on, making sure that the team works together and kind of, you know, plays well off each other, and everyone knows exactly what they're doing. Lots of moving parts, so a challenging role, and he's new to it, so let's see how he gets on. Interesting one. It's kind of dragging a little bit now, because I was diagnosed about a year ago, and a year on I'm basically at square one waiting for this treatment to start off, so that's me. I actually need to go in and do this.
Okay.
Living fast, we can take it slow-mo.
Going to our Q&A. What is the most difficult thing about being an entrepreneur?
It was all easy until I got cancer. So no, it's you know, you got to decide if it's right for you, because it's you got to take the initiative. You got to make things happen. Things aren't going to come to you. There are going to be setbacks. Some setbacks are bigger than others, and it depends if you're cut out for it. If the opportunity means enough for you, you'll find a solution, and there's no point thinking too far ahead. You gotta love the journey. You know, if you're upset that you're not where you want to be and you don't like the journey and the here and now, then you know it's not for you. So you gotta kind of live in the moment and do the next best, most productive thing, and just keep doing that. And if you do, then you'll get there eventually. And if not, then you know, maybe it's better working in a more structured environment for somebody else. You gotta figure that out for yourself.
Are you afraid of failure?
No.
Why?
Because I think I've got a skill set, and I'm happy to, especially in my current situation when I'm contemplating kind of life or death, the failure of entrepreneurship, you know, is put in perspective really. But I think if you're confident that you can kind of always find a way to pay the bills, even if it means getting a job again, then you know, you're not going to be afraid of failure.
Understanding of it.
My understanding is, first of all, it's more good value as opposed to TV or newspapers, and you have more control on who's going to watch it, rather than just put it on a big TV and then you know you never know who's going to watch.
Okay.
So good value, return on investment, you can measure it quite easily. You have like discount codes and all this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just like it's like a targeted message to the audience.
Yeah.
So like it's natural. It doesn't feel like you kind of
Shoving it down people's
yeah,
throats.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like natural, and you know people are receptive to it.
The top 3 benefits, I think. If you do influencer marketing right, so it's not just hiring an influencer and forcing them to post something advertorial to their brand, but like if you genuinely build a portfolio and you build a relationship with an audience that has an interest in the product or service that you know you're selling, then you can be a lot more targeted, and you can be a lot more kind of on the front lines. Traditional media is all about kind of projecting a message, and people will, I guess, absorb it, but they won't react to it. So it's you know, much closer to the people that you want a relationship with, and I think it's more measurable, because how do you know if somebody has absorbed your message if you're just kind of projecting it on TV or out on a billboard? I guess you can estimate how many people will walk past it, But on social, if you do it right, you can genuinely see how many people bother to comment or say something or care or ask questions. And then thirdly, based on that insight, you can course correct and adapt and change and learn. The broader vision is that, you know, the landscape has changed. There are a lot more channels out there, and it's no longer just about creating a 30-second TV ad or a billboard or a page in a magazine. You got to be a lot more creative. You got to understand culture. You got to understand micro moments. You got to understand what people care about to cut through the noise, but do it in a way that's meaningful. It's incredibly challenging. It's not easy. And long term, we want to be that agency that helps brands do that. And it's not as easy as saying we're marketing experts in 2018 or we're social media, you know, fanatics. It doesn't work that way. It's about building relationships with clients slowly, figuring out what works, and then doing more of that. And long term, we want to be the partner agency that does great work. So anyone can start an agency, anyone can start any business. You just decide what the service is that you're offering, and you go to the administration and you pick a name, you make a website. But I think to really grow something that adds value, you need to understand yourself, what skill sets it requires, the kind of clients that you want to service. And then you have to go out there and convince the first clients to give you a shot at doing the work. And really, there's no secret. You just figure it out. And you got to have that ability to really understand if, you know, what you're offering has value, and then be honest. And if the work that you're doing is good and the client is happy, he's going to want to work with you again. And the challenge is then to let more people know about the work that you're doing. With anything, you got to understand like what it takes. With an agency, it's not just doing the work, it's managing the business, it's hiring a team, it's doing the business development, it's doing the marketing. There's a lot of moving parts. So with us, we're definitely not saying we've made it or we're successful. We're on a journey and we've only just started. And I, for one, haven't really been involved for the last year and a bit. But you know, there's some exciting people in the business. The opportunity is here now. We're in an exciting space, and hopefully we'll have some successes. And if not, we'll take a step back and evaluate, you know, why we're not progressing as fast as we want to, and take it one moment at a time. There is no magic kind of solution going, this is the blueprint. Everyone's journey is different. All right, Isaac has got to go to the office to work on something while I'm going to get a massive needle stuck in my back. I'm going to have a bone marrow right now, and you guys aren't going to see it, but it's still going to hurt, so fuck it.
Enjoy your bone marrow.
Spin to the office.
City.